institutions, companies, and organizations, being one of the largest private education initiatives in Romania. Statistics show that Romania is probably one of the few countries in the EU that massively exports intelligence without having a center for supporting and developing the intelligence and talent of young people. And this led to the idea of launching a project called Gifted Education Center, which is actually one of the programs of IRSCA, Gifted Education. The project of the first Gifted Education Center was launched in cooperation with the Romanian business environment, NGOs, and the Romanian state, with a view to supporting and achieving a national excellence in education program. Actually, such a project was encouraged by the success of another initiative in the gifted education field implemented between 2010 and 2012 and called the School of Excellence. That was actually a pilot project that involved more than 45 children, and that was managed by Monica Gheorghiu, the project manager. You may ask why such a center is needed in any country. The answer is very complex. The Gifted Education Center listed on its website some of the reasons. Because the children with high abilities have special educational needs and are a vulnerable social group. Because these children generally hide their abilities, actually wasting their talent. Because most of these gifted children do not reach social or professional success. Actually, 50% of them, according to international research. Because gifted children are frequently ridiculed by the social environment or even by their families, thus risking alienation and antisocial behavior. Also, Law 17 of 2007 on the education of gifted children and young people capable of high performance guarantees the rights of these children and young people to differentiated education. Actually, many international studies correlate investment in excellence education with huge benefits for the society. The past 25 years have proved that economic, social, and cultural development is directly dependent on the development of the education system for gifted and talented children, and on using their capacities at national level as a spearhead for development. And that's all from Living Romania. People and places. Installment in our People and Places series. I'm your host, Elena Enache. Today I want you to meet Ștefan Popescu, a young diplomat who gave up a promising diplomatic career abroad and chose to return to Romania to try to make a difference here. Stay tuned. Ștefan Popescu's life story is beautiful and inspiring. He was born in the small Romanian town of Târgoviște, and ever since he was a child, he wanted to do something special, something that could make him different from his colleagues. History and geography were among his hobbies. That might explain why, years later, he became highly interested in diplomacy and everything that was related to it. He was very determined to study diplomacy, but he had no money to support himself at the university in the capital city of Bucharest. One day he came across an announcement of the Romanian Education Ministry, which was offering scholarships abroad. He went to Bucharest and applied for a university scholarship in Albania, a destination that was seldom picked by students. As he himself confesses, in time he got to know the history of Albania and grew very fond of this country. During his second year in Albania, Ștefan Popescu held a conference at the University of Tirana. The audience was highly impressed with it, especially the French ambassador to Albania. A few days later, he received an invitation to continue his studies at the Sorbonne in Paris. It was here where he got his PhD, with a thesis about Albania in the French foreign policy.
École Supérieure de Paris and became an expert in geopolitics, then attended the courses of the National School of Administration. He initially wanted to stay in France for good. The thought of returning to Romania was a little bit scary for him, given that all his contacts were in France, and that having his studies recognized in Romania was a difficult thing. He got a job at the French Defense Ministry, and soon after he had the chance to work at the office of the former